are going live and we are live. Welcome to the channel. If you are a new subscriber, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. We are doing the daily vibrations for today. So happy Monday to you. Usually these videos are uploaded a lot earlier, like around I want to say midnight-ish. Okay. However, yesterday was my down day. Okay, so I did not get to pre-record the video yesterday. So I've already pre-pulled the cards and we're going to jump into the 4 elements. So this is how this works, okay? I predominantly deal with your chakra systems because the time and the space that we're in, if you do not know how to master yourself, okay, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically, you can find yourself out of balance with all of this energy that's going on, okay? And quite frankly, personally speaking, I am going to be going on a 28-day fast, beginning this new moon cycle into the next new moon cycle, okay? And this is just personally something that I feel like I need to do to reset. And this is the perfect energy in which I feel like I can do so, just kind of leading into that Leo energy. So you know that we had Leo season that just came in. We also had Lionsgate energy. Okay. And the channel that I got is that Lionsgate energy for some of us will be closing on the 19th, which is going to be like a culmination of that new moon in Leo energy, kind of capping off the energy in totality. Okay. So I am going to begin my fast on the new moon. Within that Leo's vibrational type energy to help me to solidify some things that I know I need to get taken care of. Okay. So the walk is real. We are constantly evolving. We are constantly elevating, right? So there are going to be things that you have to constantly check yourself on, especially when your knowledge and your wisdom, or even the thought process in which you may perceive something, have expanded, right, past the way you used to see things. Okay. So matter of fact, this is a good time for me to go ahead and put this out here. You can definitely check out the meditation. The meditations are awesome. Okay. And you can join us. They are private meditation for a donation of $20. You can find that information in the description box below. Now, make sure that you include your email address so you can't receive the private link. And in the meditations, I break down to you exactly what's going on, the channels that come in, what you need to focus on. I also go through the body, your chakras, and kind of give you a clear understanding of exactly how you need to position yourself to be able to, I want to say, get the best out of the energy that's coming in right now. When you begin to, I want to say, work as an alchemist per se in mastering yourself, you understand that there's no like good and evil. You get past the good and evil phase and you start to understand polarities, negative and positive, and then how you can utilize both energy forces to stay in balance. Okay. All right. So I've already pre-pulled the cards, and we are starting off with the wonderful fire energy because we are in Leo season. Okay. And I wanted to really deal with the chakras because that's what Spirit has been coming through. So today in the past energy, you guys have temperance, okay, which is root chakra energy. You got the 4 coins in the right now energy, which is heart chakra. And then you got in the future energy, or the advice placement, you got the 9 of swords, which is sacral chakra, and that is in reverse. Okay. Now I pulled the clarification from the Master Spiritual Warfare Oracle deck. So because I kind of feel like stepping into this Leo energy, if you are not stepping into your own and standing in your own truth, you can get lost in the source. Okay. So let's just take a look at what the message is saying here for you today. All right. Temperance, as far as root chakra is concerned, this is what's grounding you. This is what's on your mind. But this is also where fear and anxiety can develop. Okay. So if you're holding on to the past, you need to be holding on to the past from a perspective where you're utilizing everything that you've gained. Okay. This may require you to be patient. Okay. As you are gaining balance. All right. And I really want to say balance emotionally here. Right. Because if you can see the water's going from cup to cup, although this is what's grounding you, right? You want to make sure your emotions is balanced as you're executing patience. And maybe some of you is asking you to look at the past because you really wasn't operating in patience. Okay. Now, in the right now energy, you got the 4 of coins energy, which is all about stability, right? This is all about stability. Now, I kind of feel like just being mindful with the energy where we are, especially with this Nine of Swords energy. It really feels like, to be honest with you guys, it really feels right here that some of you are dealing with a situation where you may be asked to be patient because there may be some things from the past that you need to make sure is taken care of first. All right. In your right now moment, it is all about stability. And if you are not careful, right, you can get into a place, if you are not operating with impatience, you can get to a place where you are walking around feeling like you're in despair. Okay. Now, I do feel some of you already experiencing situations where if this is not you, this is the energy that you're interacting with. All right. Someone from the past that may have felt, yeah, King of Swords energy. And like, you know, someone from the past that may have felt like they were coming from the truth, the aspect of the truth side. Ace of Coins energy. Yeah, Knight of Wands energy. Emperor energy. Six of Swords. Okay, the Lover's card is popping up here twice. I want to really say, earth signs, this is a place where everyone can reposition themselves to move forward in energy. But I also got to be honest with you, if you're working with the other aspect of the energy, this can hinder you. Some of you could be going to a situation where you feel like you've been patient with someone or something, right? Especially when it comes around your stability, and you feel like you've actually been loving and compassionate with this, or maybe even operating on the level of some forgiveness here. Okay, with the Nine of Swords energy clarified by the Knight of Wands energy. The Knight of Wands energy could be you're taking action, okay, and you're taking actions as far as your money and your future is concerned. And I kind of feel like you're doing that loudly to some degree. Some of you may have to take your power back in this season, especially with people that you love. Maybe doing more than you needed to, okay? Or maybe for some of you, it's someone requiring more of you than they needed to, or maybe even more than they given back, okay? Now, you have the Lover's card that popped up in the spiritual warfare deck, and it says, many times, if it's not a friend or a family member creating chaos through attacks, okay, it is a scorned love, interest, or a karmic partner, or a new/ex-partner of a love interest you have engaged with in the past or actively involved with. These attacks range from breakup spells to full-fledged somebody's infatuated with you. And I kind of feel like you may be taking your power back. So if you literally feel someone pulling on you, my wonderful, wonderful earth signs, yeah. Somebody is definitely pulling on you, and I feel like some of you are in a place right now where your stability and your security, you may feel like that's being threatened right now. Like you are strong and heavy and moving forward. But you could be interacting with someone that may try to block every step that you take. There's always a reason why it can't happen, or why you shouldn't do it this way, or why they can't. Like it's always a blockage, I feel. And some of you, this is not even a love interest. This is just somebody that's a friend or a family member. You're communicating, however, that you are ready to move forward. You're communicating that it kind of feels like you're communicating whatever past resentments is going on, right? You're in a position right now where you just want to move forward. You just want to move forward. You don't want to entertain this anymore. And if I can say, if you're the one that's infatuated with somebody and you are not allowing this person to move forward and move on, you need to know that this person has already made a decision to do so. And especially with this energy that we're pulling in, someone feel like they may have been as patient as they could, especially when it came to their stability, right? And they're no longer going to live in depression or despair over the situation. So they have literally Yeah, they've literally, the King of Swords is speaking their truth, and the the Emperor energy, that's all about communication. They've taken their power back. Okay, and they may be getting advice from someone older and wiser. Okay, especially when it comes to their stability, honey, they're not playing. Okay, they don't want to hold on to no more past resentments, and you may have left a bad taste in their mouth, and that's really what the ish, like right here. Yeah, someone may have left a bad taste in your mouth. Like there's something here where you're thinking about your future, not really worried about what this person is saying. I know this is like a full-fledged reading today. I didn't expect all of this message. Okay, well, we got clarification on the energy that you're going to be interacting with today. And if I can be really honest with you, these readings can transpire past today. This can also be energy that you may be interacting with all week, or energy that you just left. Okay, or energy that you just left. All right. So overall, the message is they want you to know whenever the temptation is coming, you need to know that you're going to be triumphant and successful. Okay. And especially in your communication, throat chakra energy here. And this is the I want to say the abyss. This is the void energy right here. Okay. This is the place within you where you will have to literally like talk to yourself here. Okay. All right. So let's move on to the wonderful, wonderful earth signs, my lovelies. Okay, so when we are dealing with the earth signs, we are talking about, and I did not state fire energy. So let me just alliterate because we just went through the fire energy. Fire energy is Leo, that is also Aries, and that is Sagittarius. If you are not a fire sign, because I just did the readings for fire energy, okay, you can apply the fire energy to action, movement, things that you need to execute, okay? This energy can also be passionate energy and lustful energy, okay? Now, moving on to the earth signs. All right. So when it comes to the earth energy, we're dealing with Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. And if you are not an earth sign, we're talking about the physical realm. This is the house, the bills, the children, the relationships, okay, and the shit that you may need to manage within there, okay? Now, let me just say that you got all reverse cards popping up here, okay? Strength card is in reverse, meaning somebody may not be feeling as confident as they normally would feel, okay? And this could be some self-doubt, or maybe even for some of you, lack of discipline. Okay. The Hierophant is popping up also in the right now moment. And this, for some of you, the Strength card is in the past, and we're going to clarify that. In the right now is the Hierophant energy showing up, and the Hierophant energy is kind of like because what I hear is like rebelling. Right, you're like rebelling against the norm, okay? Or I want to say rebelling against the BS, right? You got the Fool energy popping up also here, clarifying this Hierophant energy in reverse as far as your right now moment. And the Fool energy is saying, don't be naive to the situation. And you may need to take a risk, and the risk may be a little bit scary because it's not something you're used to, but you may need to take a risk in the right now moment, because this is time for zero reset. Right. And it's kind of like you may be afraid of this risk, because the Fool card is paired with the Hierophant. We're talking about third eye chakra energy and root chakra energy. Use your imagination, change your perception in something. See yourself being able to do, or to have, or to feel, or to get rid of whatever it is you feel like you need right now as you're going through, I want to say, this rebellious stage, which is really not a rebellious stage. It's more of a coming out, rites of passage type energy. Okay. Because sometimes when you see cards in reverse, it's not necessarily that somebody's trying to do fuckery. This could just be, okay, I'm feeling like this because I've done XYZ and I'm still getting maybe some resistance or some pushback from XYZ. Okay. In the advice placement, you got throat chakra energy with the Five of Wands in reverse. This is either you becoming super focused, or you still dealing with not avoiding things and not dealing with things, or you dealing with someone that's still avoiding things and not dealing with things. Okay. I want to say, okay, for some of you, real talk, some of you may have to go in and take maybe a spiritual bath so you can get your strength back. And some of you may have to daggone it, just remove some people, banish some people from your life, honey. You may just have to cut some people off from your life so you can regain your focus, okay? Because the past is showing up here with emotional energy that some of you were going through some self-doubt, okay? Let's clarify that. Yep, 3 of Coins is in reverse, which means that you were maybe interacting with energy where you may have been a team player and they weren't, Knight of Swords energy is popping up here. Yes, yes.
Oh,
you okay? What's the matter, baby? Knight of Swords energy is popping up here also, okay, clarifying this strength card. So some of you you could be dealing with somebody that talk a whole bunch of shit. It's kind of like, you know how somebody throws shade? I feel like you could be dealing with somebody that constantly throws shade indirectly and then pretend like they're not throwing shade, or this could be you throwing shade or speaking. It's kind of like speaking subliminal messages, okay? The question is, are you going to be honest with yourself and know that this is not work? Oh, yeah, you are. Okay, because you may feel a little bit delayed right here. You frustrated as hell. And you frustrated as hell because I feel like you're not taking that risk. The Emperor is popping up. It's kind of like the Emperor is popping up, and it's popping up as throat chakra energy, right? You're not speaking your truth. You may not be taking authority over your shit, but you want somebody else to do so. Right? Some of you may have to dead smack, like I said, cleanse, right? You're gonna have to find your balance again. Okay. Some of you may even have to tap into herbalism, where you tap into maybe some lavender. I'm hearing lavender. You're gonna have to calm yourself to push through some of this, okay? And some of you just may have to remove and block whoever this person is that's kind of like chipping off your confidence here. This could be somebody in in a job situation too, that you're giving too much power than they need to. Some of you may literally have to, do a banishing spell, okay? And that's just about protecting yourself. This is like freezing shit. Okay. Now, for some people, they put names up in these drawers and stuff, but this is what I'm going to tell y'all something right now. Okay. Don't go banishing and doing shit to people just because you fucking mad at people, right? This is only really for protection and utilizing the energy. I want to say with a pure heart. Okay. Because if you're using the energy with a pure heart, like you don't really, to be honest with you, whatever you do is for protection against the people that's not using this stuff for a pure heart. So this is what I say. So this is what I'm going to give you. The advice I'm going to give you is some people don't know how they move in the spirit or how you move in the spirit, right? So if you're doing any type of banishing spells, you need to understand that you're doing it for protection. You're not doing it. Don't be doing something just because you're mad at somebody, okay? Don't put nobody up in no jar just because you're mad at them, okay? Yeah, this is a one-sided relationship. Somebody's giving more than somebody's giving more than they take. You won't have to watch somebody's motives here. Okay. You need to get somebody out your life. And then you need to cleanse, take a bath. You need to get somebody out your life, then you need to cleanse and you need to take a bath. And new moon energy is perfect for that. Whether you call the moon a satellite, a hollow, whatever, we know that the moon governs, okay, the emotional energy. So even if it's still, we just need to acknowledge that it governs that pull. It governs the water. It governs water. Water governs emotions, right? New moon energy, utilize it. You got to utilize it, okay? All right, so we're going to move on to the wonderful air signs. All right, now, if you are a Gemini, if you are a Aquarius, or if you're a Libra, that would be considered the air sign. If you are not an air sign, you can utilize the air element in this particular breakdown of this reading, and that is going to be about your spiritual and your mental thinking. So when we deal with spiritual warfare, depending on how your chart is made up, okay, and how much energy you may have running throughout your chart, okay, you can find, let me give you an example. So say, for example, you are an air sign that you have predominantly a lot of air in your chart, you can find your spiritual attacks coming through mentally. If you find like you're a water sign and you got a lot of emotional attacks coming in, then your warfare and how your attacks may come in spiritually will be through emotions. Okay. Same thing, if you are a fire energy, the fire energy, you may feel like you can't move. You may feel constricted, or repressed, like you can't move, you can't take action. Okay. Earth signs, your attack may feel more like shit is just not panning out from you on the physical realm. You may start to see physical things being a little bit more challenging than they normally would be for you. Okay. So that is how you want to pay attention to the patterns of how spiritual warfare can come into also. All right. Now I want to say, air signs, big things happening for you this week. Okay. And I'm an air Gemini in my moon, right? So always in my head, always thinking, like a lot of quiet. And recently, quiet has been required for me personally. Quiet has been required. Okay. Okay. All right. So let's just talk about this for a while, okay? Because we are doing spiritual warfare here today. So I can tell you exactly what you may need to do. So first of all, we're dealing with predominantly today heart chakra, and that's the first thing I'm zooming in for these wonderful air signs. You got the Hermit card, clarified by the Wheel of Fortune, with the Princess of Wands energy, okay? Hermit card is in the past, Wheel of Fortune is in right now, and the future / advice placement you do have the Princess of Wands energy. Okay, so the Hermit card, let me just say this to you. Some of you may have been in hermit mode or coming out for hermit mode. Some of you still may be in hermit mode. And I kind of feel like this still may be in hermit mode. Okay, or some of you may have been definitely pulling back and a little bit more quiet than normal. Okay. Yep, you got the Princess of Cups here. Energy, yeah, paying attention to the synchronicities, especially as your heart has been leading you to. All right. 8 of Cups, I want to say, maybe even paying attention to those things that has disappointed you. Right. Yep. And you went into hermit mode because of the scattered thoughts, really, right? It's kind of like I want to say that you have literally been trying to detox yourself from negative energy. Right? Like literally sending energy back to the people that's been sending them back to you. I call it kind of like mental black magic. When someone is just heavily self-projecting, they're thinking about you. They just sending you all types of negative thoughts. Like you can literally feel that shit. So you're sending back the energy, and if you're not doing that, you need to start doing some reversal mantras. So for spiritual warfare here, you're going to have to tap into maybe some reversal spells where you're returning back negative energy to whoever is projecting it to you, especially as you've been in hermit mode and just thinking about things. Okay. Yeah. And as you're doing that, you want to send the good energy towards your finances and your health and all of the positive things that you want to see unfold. Before you start sending before you start sending back the negative energy, though, you want to make sure that you know exactly who you're vibrating that energy back to. So you want to know and make sure that you're tapped into who is sending you this vibration so you can return it back to this person. Okay. All right, then you guys can go ahead and you can look up the however you do your particular ritual or your reversals. Some people do it mentally, some people have to actually do the mixing of the herbs and the actual spell. So depending on where you are in the spiritual realm, you want to act accordingly from your own spiritual toolkit or toolbox. Okay. You want to be mindful also who you guys are sharing your energy with. We're talking about there could be incubus or succubus energy that is running rampant out here right now. So you want to just be mindful of who you're sharing your energy with on a whole. And your right now energy, you do have the Wheel of Fortune popping up. And I really feel that's because you've been focusing on you. The World card is showing things are coming to a completion. The King of Coins energy is also showing up here, completing that. I don't know why I feel like y'all been doing y'all work. You know, some of you have been doing your work. Now, if you are cross watching and you are dealing with any of these air signs and you know you were the one that's been doing the work, then you apply the message where it needs to be. Okay. Princess of Wands energy is the future placement as well as the advice. This is you. Yeah. And there's a lot of transformation going on here. This is be excited. And that's a heart chakra card. You got a lot of heart chakra energy on the board. The magician card is showing up here also. And that is all about you being able to tap into your power and learning from the past. That's sacral chakra energy. So that's relationships, the change, and the emotions that unfold within those relationships. Six of Cups energy is getting back to a place of nostalgia. Yeah, because you're shutting some things down. Yeah, I feel like you were sending back and reversing anything that is attached to you that is not for you. You were shutting some things down, honey. You've been in this hermit mode. You've been thinking about some things. Now you're ready to make some changes. Yeah, it's just different. And if I can tell you, it's just different all the way around for everybody. Even if you're not doing your work, things are just different. Okay, you can embrace it or you don't have to. Embrace it or not. You don't have to. But it's definitely different. Okay. Definitely different. Okay, so we're going to jump into the water energy. If you are a water sign, we're talking about Pisces, we're talking about Cancer, we're talking about Scorpio, okay? If you are a water sign, you can utilize this message. If you're not a water sign and you want to tap into the water element, this is going to be your feelings and your emotions. And right off the bat today, you got the Six of Cups energy in reverse, followed by the Six of Swords, and then you got the Two of Swords popping up. So there's a lot of in your head energy on the board, as well as energy that can be intuitive too, emotionally intuitive with the Six of Cups energy. The dominant chakra on the board is the third eye chakra, which means that you're going to have to pay attention to your perception. Double sixes lets me know that you're going to have to go in and you're going to have to purify some of your thoughts and your emotions, okay? That you're going to have to do some cleansing, okay? Now, I keep talking about this cleansing because we're coming in to this new moon. So this is the perfect energy that you want to do this in, okay? Do something, get quiet and do something where you know it's specifically geared to you, okay? Tap into what is specifically geared to you. And I would say cleanse all of your chakra fields. Okay, you want to cleanse all of your chakra fields. Okay, spiritual bath might also work well for you guys. Yep, Six of Cups is followed by the Ten of Wands. You've been either taking on too much responsibility or not owning the responsibility that you need to work with. Okay. The Seven of Coins energy. Yeah, where's my investment? Yeah, some of you are looking around and thinking, okay, I've invested some stuff. Now this is past energy. So this is showing up as you really not being, you're stuck in the past about certain things that you need to get out your ego about, okay? Six of Swords energy is definitely carrying some baggage, and that's in your right now moment. Three of Cups energy, yep, holding on to past shit where three may have been a crowd, some type of conflict. Seven of Wands is in reverse. You may even feel like you just fuck it. I'm giving up. Like I'm done with this situation. Right? King of Cups energy. It could be some emotionally manipulated energy popping up in here too. Empress card is popping up, also clarifying this ain't whatever's going on, it's not birthing you anything. Whatever's going on, okay, so let's just take a look at all of these chakras. The dominant chakras that you have on the board, to be really honest with you, is crown chakra and third eye chakra, which lets me know what it sounds. A lot of you are not paying attention to your intuition. A lot of you are not listening to the intuition. And a lot of you is just because you were blocked. You need to purify. You need to go ahead and give yourself a cleanse. That could be maybe, setting up some time where you don't answer your phone after a certain time, like scheduling some quiet time. This could you not having certain conversations. Some of you, this is full-fledged spiritual bath, chanting and shit. Some of you, this is just hibernation, hermit mode, so you can hear, so you can be able to go through the feelings and dissect things. Okay, so you can hear intuitively. Everything is really coming up to you, so you can. And I want to say, changing your perception and how you see a thing is going to be key here, also, right? Because it's kind of like you're in your head and you're in your feelings about something, but if you tweak your perception and how you feel about this thing, this would be very, very beneficial for you, right? Look at this, triumphs and success again. Okay, you're gonna have to choose wisely, and I feel like, yep, for triumph and success, you're gonna have to choose wisely. And I feel like the choosing wisely part has more to do with you getting out of your head and getting out of your own way, and not sitting in the past about things that you may not have done properly, you may not have taken responsibility for. Like, stop beating yourself up for something, and stop beating other people up for things. Just move on. Yeah, do that cleanse and move on. Trust your intuition. Do that cleanse, move on, and trust your intuition. Okay. New moon energy is coming up. I told you guys I'm going to do a fast. I have some things that I need to get grounded and just create a whole new routine. So I'm going to do that within the new moon. So utilize that energy. Utilize that energy. Okay. So that's what you want to do. All right, my lovelies. I'm gonna see y'all in tomorrow's daily vibration. Okay. I didn't think that this was gonna be so long. All right, with that being said, do something kind for yourself. Love yourself. Okay, drink plenty of water. I know I have not been drinking plenty of water in the past couple of weeks, so that has changed as of today. So you want to go ahead and you want to do that. The shadow class is going to be this coming Wednesday, okay, August 19th at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you guys can go ahead and check out the description box for that. And meditation is also going to be on August 19th at 6 p.m. So you can go ahead and check out the description box for that information also. Make sure that you include your email addresses with the donations so you can receive the private links that you would need for the class and for the meditation, okay? All right, on that note, my love, do something kind for yourself, love yourself, honor yourself, okay? I guess what I'll probably do is maybe do a spiritual warfare video coming up to this new moon energy so you can see exactly where you're positioned. I know this was a daily vibe, so I didn't really get into it as much as I, would have. So we'll see how that works out. Okay. I'm going to see you guys in tomorrow's daily vibration. Have a wonderful day, my loves. Bye.